So now I have a Rubik's Cube completely scrambled and it's time to start solving the Rubik's Cube. So let's just get started with the first layer in this particular video. So there are a couple of steps which you have to follow. So first is select a center. Next, build the cross for the center. And the last step is to build the corners along the particular center, and it will complete your first layer. So these are the three steps of completing your first layer. So I'll follow the first step, and it's to select one center. So in this case I'm going to select this white center. It's the most standard color on the Rubik's Cube, and generally people prefer starting with white, but you can select any center of your preference. It's not necessary to start with the white center, but in this video I'm going to start with the white center. Now next up is to build the cross along the white center, or build the plus sign, a white plus along the white center. So what I mean by that is I have to get all my four edges along the white center. So I need to get a white edge over here, white edge over here, a white edge over here, and here as well. The way I'm going to do it is just find a edge piece having white color in it. In this case I have found one over here. Don't confuse it with this white color over here. Yes, it is a white color, but it's on a corner piece, and we will deal with the corners later on. So first of all, let's just look for a edge piece. So I have a green and white edge piece over here, and I need to get this white connected with this white. So the way I'm going to do is follow a couple of steps. First, track my edge piece. Next, look for the color other than white on the edge piece. So in this case I have green along with the white, and the next step is to align the other color with the respective center. So what I mean by that is I have to align this green color with the green center over here. What I mean by align is I just have to simply join it. The fourth step is to connect the white with the white center, and the last step is to rectify any of the mistakes which we have made during solving. So in this case I have found my edge piece. So I've done with the first step. The second step is to identify the color other than white on this edge piece. In this case this is green color. The next step is to connect this green color with its respective center, and even this is done in this case. So I have my white and green edge aligned with the green center. The next step is to connect this white with the white over here, and the way I'm going to do it, I'm just going to move this layer twice. So if I move this layer twice, as you can see, I will have connected whites and greens. So this will solve my first part of my cross, with the green and white edge will be placed between the white and green centers. Next I'll search for another edge, and I'm just looking at this edge, and I found one red and white edge. So I'm done with my first step. Second step is to identify the color other than white, and in this case it's the red color. Next up is to connect this red color with the red center. So I'll search for the red center, and it's over here. So I have a red center over here and a red edge over here, red and white edge over here, and I'm going to connect this red with this red over here. So what I'm going to do for this is just make this move such that this piece gets connected to this one, and then simply just connect this white with the white center over here. As you will see, I'll have this connected as well. So I found half of my cross. So I have green, green, white, white, and red, red, white, white over here. Next is the orange and the white edge piece over here. So I identified the color other than white. In this case this is the orange color. Now I'm going to connect this orange with this orange center. That's the third step. So I'll just connect this orange with this orange. So I've connected this orange with the piece over here, and now it's time to connect this white with the white center on the top. So doing this will connect my white center as well. Luckily I have got a corner piece over here as well, but let's just ignore the corners for now. So just one piece is left on my cross, and that is the blue and white piece. So in this case I have a blue and white piece over here between two of my solved centers. That's where your last step of building a cross comes in the picture, that is correcting any mistakes made. So while solving this particular edge, if we make any mistakes, we will have to rectify them after we place this edge in its optimal position. I have white and blue over here, so this has to go in the white and blue centers, that is over here, and this is connected with the green center. So I have to connect this blue with the blue center over here. So what I'm going to do is just simply connect this with this piece over here by doing a R2 move. As you can see, I've connected this piece over here. Next job is to connect this white edge with this white center. So I will just do this move, and as you can see, this blue and white edge in its place. But as I told you, the fourth step, that was rectifying any mistakes we have done. So yes, we have done one mistake over here, that we have disturbed the white and red piece which was over here, which is not completing the cross right now. So I'll just look for the white and red piece, and it's over here. So it has been disturbed while inserting this piece, and as you can see, I'll follow the same steps to solve this piece again. So as you can see, I'll identify the color other than white, that is red. It's connected with a red center, and all I have to do is connect this white with the white center on the top. So I'm just going to do a R2 move like this, and as you can see, I have connected this, and this has solved my cross completely. As you can see, I have red and white edge between the red and white centers, blue and white edge between the blue and white centers, and same goes with these orange white and the green white pieces. Now this has completed the cross. You can click here if you want to check out few example solves of white cross. Check out that video, just practice few crosses and then come back and proceed towards solving the remaining 4 corners of the first layer. So now that you know how to solve your cross, it's time to move on towards the 4 corners of the first layer. And solving these 4 corners involves steps which are a little different from the steps which we did to form our first layer cross. So for completing your corners of your first layer, you have to follow the 4 steps. First is to find a corner. Second is to check out if the corner, if it's in its optimal position. I will tell you what optimal position is later on. Third is to bring the corner between its 2 corresponding centers. I'll tell you about this when we move on. And finally is placing the corner in its actual slot. So first step is to find a corner. So I find a corner over here at the orange, white and green corner. Next step is to check if it's in the optimal position. The optimal position is when your cross is facing upwards, straight up, and your white is facing towards you, straight towards you over here. In this case, it is in my optimal position. Next job is to check out the remaining 2 colors on this corner, and this is orange and green. So we have to take this piece between the orange and green centers. So over here, so between the orange and the green over here. So this one comes over here. So now you can see my white, orange and green corner is between the orange and green centers, and this is in the optimal position because white cross is facing upwards and this white color is facing straight towards me. Now what you have to do is insert this corner in this slot such that white is facing towards here, the green is facing towards me, and the orange is facing here. So that will complete my first corner. How I'm going to do is individually, if you think you might want to just move this corner up over here. As you can see, the white is corresponding with the white, the orange is corresponding with the orange, and the green is corresponding with the green. Okay, and it's in the correct position. But did you notice something? You just disturbed your white and orange edge piece. So that's not the way you do it. So the way we do it is hold your cube such that your white is facing towards you. In this case, the white is facing towards me. Now there will be 2 cases. One, the white will be either on the left side or the white will be on the right side. In this case, it's on the left side. So what I'm going to do is move this layer to the right side. So I move this to the right. As you can see, my white is over here now. Now I bring down this left, bring this back and lift it up. As you can see, I have inserted my corner between its respective center. So I'll follow all the steps all over again. First step is to find a corner. I found this corner over here. It has white, blue and red color in it. Next step is to check if it's in optimal position. So optimal position is when your white cross is facing upwards, white on the corner is facing towards you. Yes, it is facing towards me. Next job is to get this piece between the center of these two colors, blue and red. So it is already between blue and red centers over here. If this would have been here, I would have bring it here between the blue and red centers over here, and it's in the optimal position. In this case, the white is facing towards me, but it is on the right side. In previous case, the white was on the left side. In this case, it's on the right side. The way you insert is very easy. You bring this layer to the left side. Since it's on the right, you're gonna move this layer to the left. If this would have been on the left, like the previous case, we would have moved it to the right, but now it's on the right side, so I'm going to move this layer towards left. Now I'm going to bring this right down, bring back this corner over here and lift it up. As you can see, my second corner is solved as well, leaving me with two corners remaining to solve. So the way I'm going to solve the remaining two corners is just same. First step is to find a corner. I found one, white, red and green. So now to check if it's in the optimal position, white cross is facing upwards and this white is facing straight towards me. So yeah, this is in the optimal position. Now I have to go bring this corner in between red and green centers. So red and green is over here, so this corner comes over here between the red and green centers. So I bring this over here and now check whether white is on the left side or on the right side. In this case, this is again on the right side, so I'm going to move this corner to the left side. Since I moved it to the left side, I'm going to bring my right layer down here. Also, I bring this down, I bring this back over here and I lift it up. As you can see, this has solved my last corner as well, leaving me with one corner. So now if I check for any corner over here, I have no corner with a white color in the third layer. In all the previous cases, my corner having a white color was in the third layer. In this case, this is on the first layer over here. So my white, orange and blue corner, with the last corner which I have to insert, is in its correct position. As you can see, it's between the white, blue and orange centers, but it is incorrectly oriented. My white should have been over here, the orange should have been over here, and blue should have been over here. So it should be like this, but we cannot do it during a solve. We have to solve it. So let's just go back. So now I have to bring it in the optimal position. The way I'm going to do is just bring it in the third layer down here. So I bring this down, I move this piece out of the motion over here. So this is my motion over here. So if I move this, all the pieces on this layer are going to be in motion. So I bring this out of the motion and bring this edge back to its position. So as you can see, my corner is now in the third layer. So now if I check, my corner is not in its optimal position because the white cross is facing upwards and the corner the white is facing below, so both are oppositely facing. If the white would have been over here or over here, our corner would have been in a optimal position, but since it's in the bottom side, we have to follow a simple algorithm. What we have to do is just bring this corner between the centers of these two colors, that is blue and orange. Here I have blue and here I have orange, so I'm going to bring this piece between the blue and orange over here and follow a very simple algorithm, and the algorithm goes like this. So make sure your white is facing below you and it's between these two centers over here, and this white goes over here, this corner goes over here. So follow the simple algorithm. The algorithm goes like this: R inverted, D2, R, and now you can see my white is now in its optimal position. As you can see, the white cross is facing upwards and I have white facing towards me. So now I'm going to bring this piece between these two centers, that is blue and orange. So here's is blue, here is orange, so I bring it over here, so it is in the optimal position as well. The white cross is facing upwards, the white is facing towards me, and it's on the left side. So since the white is on the left side, I'm going to move this to the right, bring the left down, bring it back over here and lift it up. With this, I've completed with my first layer. It was pretty simple, nothing difficult. If you haven't understood how to solve first layer, or if you are stuck somewhere in a particular case which I forgot to cover in this particular video, make sure you click over here and check out the video in which I have walked through solves for first layer, including cross and the corners, so you will have a clear idea before proceeding towards the second layer. See you in the next video. Till then, bye bye.